Hi guys, and welcome to Tic Tac Toe game developed using C++ Builder. Let me show you guys how this works. I'm going to click on New Game and let's select. Then there we go. Look at that. There. And one other thing we can do with this game is we can also restart. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to take you guys straight into C++ Builder development environment, and we put one of these together. So let's exit out. There. Alright, we're now in C++ Builder development environment. Now I'm going to click on Create New Window VCL Application. There we go. Now our development environment is ready. Let's click on the form, and I'm going to change the size of this form to 1386. The height, I'm going to change that to 720. And the back color, I'm going to change the color to Create blue. So just double click on it so that you can modify it. Click on that, and the color here, I'm going to change that to, that will be 95 by 158 by 160. That should give you Create blue. There. The next thing I want to do now is I'm going to get hold of panel, or you can just type in TP. And that is it right there. Just drag that much. There we go. The panel is right there, but I don't seem to like the color, so I'm going to change that color from Cadet blue to something else now. Well, I think the only way out is just to change it twice. So let's come in here. But first thing first, let's change the caption to C++ Builder Tic Tac Toe games. There. And let's come right down here and just increase the font size of that to something a little bit readable. I'm going to make that about 50, let's say 68. And there. Now I'm going to change the color of the background. Let's change it to something we can see. The default color is BTN face, so let's change it to something else. Then we can change it back to face. There we go. Now the next thing we want to do now is to add some buttons. I'm going to add about 12 of those. Just double click on it and your button should drop on board. So the height of that button, I'm going to make it 145. The width, I'm also going to make it 145 as well. 145. Scroll right down, change the width to 145. Brilliant. Now let's change the font size to something readable. Come right down here, change the font size to maybe 48 regular, that's fine. And get rid of the content you have in there. Come right here, you see where we have caption, just get rid of that, and we can then copy this. Select Ctrl C, Ctrl V, paste. We have 2. Paste another one, we have 3. Select it all, copy, paste. 6. We have 9, and here I want to add one more right here, and that will be for reset and so on. Okay, so for this, in the case of these ones, we need to increase the buttons width. Let's come in here and just make that about, let's go for 300 and see, we'll take it from there. Right, move this here, or maybe we should reduce it. Seems 300 seems to be a little bit too much. Come in there, make that 280. Right, I think we have enough room now to maneuver. So here, the first one here, the caption, we change that to reset. Okay, that's fine, that's reset. And the variable name is going to become btn reset. Let's come into name, btn reset. Done. Next one here, we change that to btn new game. And the other name, first of all, let's come into word wrap. The other name for it is going to, the caption is going to be that. Brilliant. And here finally we change this to exit. Grab this, that becomes btn exit. There we go. And double click on the exit, just enter close in there. There we go. That's the lines for close. Now click on your design view. And here I'm going to add labels. So first of all, let's grab hold of TL for label. That's it right there. Okay, let's draw a label in there. I'm going to need 4 of those. So first thing first, let's change the details of this one. The caption, let's come in here, change the, first of all, let's change the font size. Make it maybe bold, 48. Okay, 48. And just copy it. Control C. We have 2. Control C. We have 4. Bring it down. Okay, these 2 here, let's change that caption to, let's change the name first. The name of that is going to be LBL player O. And the caption will be O. And here the caption is going to be O as well. There we go. And this one is going to be LBL player X. LBL player X. And here that will be player X. The caption. Change the caption to player X. There. And this will be player O. Delete that. There we go. Looking good. Now, for these 9 buttons, change this one to, the variable name is going to be btn, maybe tick 1. btn tick 1. And the next one, this will be tick 2. We have tick 3 then. And this is going to be 4. 5, tick 5. Tick 6, btn tick 6. btn tick 7. btn tick 8. And finally btn tick 9. There, that's my interface ready. So I'm going to save that. Let's go into file and just save it first. Save project as. I'm going to create a folder. So let's just call that C++ Tic Tac Toe with an S, because I already have one there. Now that's where I'm going to save my project. Double click on that and name that Tic Tac Toe with an S. Save. And save that, the project as well. I'm going to add one extra X to it, and that is it. One more here. There, save. Now, run the project. That's how the interface is looking, guys. There. That's good. All right, I'm going to now get this centered. So let's exit out and select the form. So scroll right down. You should, oh no, scroll right up. You see where we have a line? Click on that and get it aligned. There, that is fine. Okay, if I run it now, we should be able to get it centered officially. There we go, look at that. That's fine. Now, end that. The next thing we want to do is, you see where we have the header file, click on the header file. And right underneath here, I'm going to scroll down. See, right underneath here, I'm going to create functions, 2 functions. Let me copy this. So those 2 functions, I'm going to be using them in the development of the whole project anyway. So let's start by pasting these that I've just copied underneath here. 1, 2. So the first one, I'm going to change the name of these to scorekeeper, something like that. Scorekeeper. There. And the second one, I'm going to change that to call enable. There we go. So those are my 2 functions there. Okay, you enter those straight into your header file. All right, let's go into tictactoe.cpp now. Right, inside tictactoe.cpp, you see where we have a form 1, T form 1 dash form 1. Right underneath here, I'm going to create the following variable there. So that is going to be boolean, and I'll call that checker. There. And right underneath checker, I'm going to create my very first function. Let's copy this, just paste it right underneath here. There. And right underneath here, let's say void. Yeah, okay, I'm going to use the form as well. So let's grab all of this. So here I'm going to say void fast call from 1, T from 1, and what I want it to call now is to call my call enable. That is my function there, and press enter, enter the curly braces there. And the very first thing I want to do is say btn tic1 pointer enabled, that will be equals false there. So I'm going to repeat the same thing for the other buttons. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. So let's change the name here. That's 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We have 8 and 9. So my very first function is taken care of. Now the second function, that is going to be the keeper. Let's be sure of that name. I'm going to go into the header file. That is it right there, keeper. So I'm going to come in here, let's maybe copy that and go straight into .cpp here. Underneath here, second function, dump that second function in there, but I'm going to have to change that to T form. Make reference to T form. There we go. And here press enter, curly braces, get rid of this semicolon. There we go. Now within the second function, I'm going to declare the following integer variables. So one of them is going to be I, and the comma, the other is going to be Q. There, those are my 2 variables. Now I and Q, I'm going to assign the label to them, so I will be equals. I'm going to have to convert whatever I have inside the first label. So let's say LBL player X point or pointer caption. There, whatever we have in here is assigned to I, and I'm going to repeat the same thing for the other one, that is Q. There we go. So the next one is player O. Whatever we have in there is assigned to Q. There. Now that that is done, we now want to check out whatever we have in here. If X has, sorry, this button here has X, using an if statement or conditional statement. You can also call it conditional statement. So let's come right down here. Let's say if, first and foremost, I'm going to have to minimize this as well for now. So if, let's close that. All right, there. So in here, let's say if btn tic one pointer caption if it's equals to X. There. That's the very first condition. If it's equals to X, and let's go for number 2. Grab this now. That is number 2. btn tic 2 and tic 3 as well. Paste. So this is number 3. There. In that case, that means we have a winner there. So we just want to say show message. So that will do. Let's say show message. We can say the winner is player X. There. That is my first message. Okay, in that case, let's say LBL. Or we can even put that up there. So LBL caption. Yeah, let's copy that and just get rid of this. Let's increment the value first. That will be equals int to string. So now I'm converting integer to string equals I plus 1. I plus 1 because the value that we have inside player X is stored inside I. So whatever is stored inside I, we add 1 to it and store it back into LBL player X. So that is that done. Now all we then need to do is let's call this guy here right there. So grab callable, come right down here, callable, and get rid of the T object in there. That is that done. So if you look at the condition of winning, let's go into the form here. Look at the condition of winning. We have 1, 2, 3. We have 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, just like that. So I'm going to repeat the same thing, and we also have it diagonally and vertically. So we repeat it for the player O as well. So let's go back inside our code here. So the next one that I'm going to take care of is going to be 147. That is vertical. Grab this, come right down here, paste, and change this to 147. There. And now let's repeat the same thing. This is horizontal, this is vertical, and let's repeat the same thing for diagonal. So that's going to be 159. 159. There we go. Okay. So I believe you get the whole idea now. So this is what I've done. 1 2 3 1 4 7 1 5 9. So I'm going to repeat the same thing for the others. The next one is going to be let's go for 2 5 8 2 5 8 and so on. Okay, let's go back in here. So I'm going to copy all of these, come right down here, paste. That's 3. So let's change that. The last one was 1 5 7. So let's go, if that is 1 5 7, no, 1 5 9, 1 5 9. So let's go for 3 5 and 7. Yeah, the other diagonal. Okay, that is fine. Then we can go for 2 5 and 8. There. So I guess you guys get the whole idea. I'm going to speed that up now. Okay, for all the X condition is all taken care of. So I now need to repeat the same thing for the player O. So I'm going to copy all of these. In total, the condition should be 8. Right there. Copy that up to there. Control C. I'm now going to paste it inside. Let's paste everything here in Notepad and just change it around there. So just hold on to Control H and let's select anything with an X there and change that to O, player O. There we go, all done. And the next one that I'm going to change is player O. Let's copy this, paste it there, and just change this one to O as well. That makes life easy. There, all done. So that is it for the second condition, second player condition. So Control C, copy, and I'll just paste that in here now underneath here. I'm going to even put a comma there so that I know which will start from where. So this is player O. All done. And that is fine. So take a good look at the lines of code. It's all the same anyway. Take it from the top. Now we now need to take care of the buttons. And we can call it the end of the project. Okay, now go back to the design view, double click on the button. So with button 1 that is selected, I'm going to get that indented. So I'm going to say if checker equals false, enter curly braces, then btn take 1 pointer caption, that will be equals X there. Right. In that case, checker will become true. Checker equals true. There we go. Done. Now, else if, grab that, come right down here, else if, and this one becomes true, and this becomes false. There we go. And we also need to call the function. This is call, yes, call keeper. We call that using the sender. There we go. So that's for my very first button. So I'm going to copy this now. Copy. Come right here. Button number 2, double click on that. And if you have a guess, we're changing the button to button 2. Done. go for 3, double click, paste, change that to 3, and we go for number 4, repeat the same thing, paste and change that to 4. This tutorial is actually good for beginners because I'm showing the whole process. Double click on 5, repeat the same thing, change this to 5 and 5 here. 6, repeat exactly the same thing. We have 6 here. And 7, change that to BTN text 7, and here as well. 8, paste, that becomes 8. And we go for 9. Very good. Paste that for 9 and change this to 9. 9 and 9. Brilliant. Save that. Now let's run our project and see how that works. And we can take care of the other 3 buttons. It's coming up. There we go, guys. Now play the game. You see that? Okay, we need to change that. We have one winner though, but why do we have that for all? So, okay, yeah, I need to change this to X to O. All right. So we have to be careful. So let's change all of that because I copied. This should have been O. O and O here. That's good. At least it's working. That's good enough for me. There we go. Right there. Okay. All done. Now let's try that again. Run. Let's hope that's uppercase O. Yeah, that's fine. Okay, there we go. Look at that. That is working fine, but the winner should have been O. So I think there's another thing I need to have a look at. Let's go into the condition here. So what do I have in there? I believe I've changed that. Okay, that should have been Q, not I. Q. Q. No, lowercase q. Q. And this one should be lowercase as well. That is inside my function. Change this to Q and Q here, and one more Q. What do we have? Anyone with the O will become Q, and there, that's Q as well. There we go. Because if you look up here, the declaration or the assignment was to Q, player O to Q, and player X to I. Save, run. We are almost there now. We have a winner. Brilliant. So we should be able to reset. So let's take care of these two. Exit out. Now back in here, double click on resets. Reset of these, one of them. Okay, let's double click on resets. No, I'm going to do it the other way around. Let's double click on new game. Double click on new game. Inside the new game, what I want to do is I'm going to call each of these button. Okay, let's grab this, copy that, new, paste that in here, and this will become empty. Right, so that will be 1. We have 9 of those anyway. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. There. So this one will become 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and we have 9. Okay, get rid of this. There. So that is that, but we need to delete all of this. So delete that because it's meant to be empty. Alright, so new, we clear every content I have on each of those buttons, and I also want to set it to true. Enable should become true. Okay, let's come down here. I'm just going to grab this, come right down here and just say enabled equals true. There. Now copy that. We have 3, and you can always put that in a function, but there's no point. I can always call this inside. Okay, now this one will become 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. There, that is that done. So in the case of resets, so what I'm going to do is double click on reset, and I will then call that inside here. So first of all, I'm going to say LBL player X pointer caption. That will be 0. So that's for player X, and player O will be 0 as well. There we go. Now let's call this very function here. Grab all of these, new button, come right down here, paste, get rid of the objects. There, enter semicolon. That is it. I've just called everything in here, just calling the name. Okay, save that. This is a very good application. I like this package. Okay, then let's run it and see. We encourage everyone to have a go at using this Embarcado C++ builder. There we go, we have a winner. Start a new project. Oh, I'm starting a new project. No, I'm reset actually, not a new project. There we go, that's fine. New project. That is very good. Look at that, guys. And that is how you create your own tic-tac-toe game using C++ builder. So with that, I'm going to call it the end of this tutorial. I suppose you guys enjoy it, and please do subscribe to my channel, and you can also join to become a member of the channel. You all have a nice day now, and bye for now.